Oh man, this is something close to my heart. Retro-style first-person shooters, or how about boomer shooters? I don't know if you've noticed, but they've kind of been making a comeback in recent years. A resurgence, if you will. Game designers have been looking to the classics, trying to recapture that feeling of blistering speed and explosive gore. Movement so fast it'd melt your brain, your hands could hardly keep up. Guns that don't really reload, and strange words like frag, gib, and freeze tag. I don't think teabagging even existed in these purer times. And you know what I'm talking about. Doom, Quake, Unreal, Duke Nukem. They all spearheaded this genre in the late 90s and early 2000s. Games I grew up playing, featuring atmospheric and intense single players, as well as the awesome and very popular multiplayer. The multiplayers of these games were a massive staple of my teenage years, and pretty much fueled my love for competitive shooters. I'll always appreciate a good single-player campaign though. Doom 1, Doom 2, Unreal, Turok, Quake 1, 2 and 4, they all come to mind. And recently-ish, I say recently-ish because it was in the last 8 years, but Wolfenstein: A New Order, Doom 2016, its sequel Doom Eternal, they all do a more than stellar job recreating that boomer shooter feeling, only with next-gen and amazing visuals, graphics and modern controls. I highly recommend their respective platinums, but even after I obtained their platinums, I still had an itch for a more retro-looking shooter that wasn't a re-release of the originals that have come out recently. I tried several on Steam, and there's plenty of great ones available like Cultic, Ultra Kill, or Dusk. Dusk is especially good, but eventually I came across today's subject, Prodeus, which is, or was rather, a Kickstarter project. It all sounded amazing. The Steam page says as follows: experience the quality you'd expect from a modern AAA game, designed with retro aesthetics and gameplay that invoke the tech-imposed limits of older hardware. So what does that mean? Well, it looks old but plays really well in modern, and that's exactly what I fancied. Obviously, I pick up the physical edition for PlayStation, but it has sat in my back catalogue for far too long. And now, like a fiery chaos portal, it finds itself summoned so I can earn myself some trophies, hopefully a new shiny platinum. I am simply blown away. The visuals, everything from the animations to the intentionally retro look of the game, the frames of the movement. This is exactly what I was looking for. It encapsulates the retro shooters of my younger years. Weapons are brutal, often exploding enemies in a shower of blood and torsos, and this is just in the first half an hour. I earned several trophies in this first session for killing 100 enemies, finishing a level without dying, killing all enemies in a level, a multi-kill trophy, and picking up 10 ore, which is the currency of the game you use for buying shop items, namely new weapons and a couple of power-ups. You navigate to new levels via a cool looking overworld map which has a handy level by level stat tracker for letting you know the kill percentage, secrets found and ore collected for each map. Now the main goal of the platinum is going to be finishing the game but also getting 100% in the levels. Everything else will mostly come naturally. To achieve 100% in a map, you'll have to kill everything, find every secret, and complete the level without dying. Efficiency would dictate to do those 3 things in one run, but it rarely works out like that. More often than not, you'll kill everything, but maybe you'll die. Or you might find all secrets, but miss an enemy or 2 before completing the level. You can check your progress using the handy in-game map, which, whilst cumbersome to navigate, it does show the information you need. It becomes even better and more informed if you find the auto maps that are present in each level, although sometimes the auto map itself is a secret. Secrets are well hidden, and without a guide I managed to find over half of them through my first playthrough. Guides for me personally were needed, but not before I tried every level at once. There are some obscure secrets along the way, but it was always satisfying to find them or work out what's going on. Playing like this, I had to replay a lot of levels for one of the 3 trinities needed for the 100%. But here's the thing, it never felt boring. This is not a boring game, it's action-packed with varied levels, enemies and weapons. And I'm going to touch upon the weapons. The demon-killing arsenal in Prodeus in particular is one of the coolest in recent memory and a massive highlight of the game. There's a simple shotgun with a surprisingly accurate thermal slug alternate fire, a quadruple shotgun that is way more fun than it should be, and an auto shotgun that is somehow even better. Dual SMGs, a minigun, a powerful rocket launcher, a grenade launcher with sticky ammo, a sniper that really does invoke the almighty Quake 2 and Quake 3 Arena railgun, which also happens to be a goddamn lightning gun. Then there's a plasma rifle that has the ult fire of the bullseye from the Resistance series, something I hope every PlayStation fan has experienced. Ult fire tags an enemy and then homes in until you literally run out of ammo. It's so cool. Even Unreal Tournament's Goo Gun makes an appearance through the Chaos Caster, dealing heavy area of effect damage through its namesake, Absolute Chaos. My personal favourite, however, is the Swarmer. A weapon that fires homing micro-rockets at multiple enemies. It's so satisfying to use and would always be my go-to in every situation. Just a shame that rocket ammo is a bit more scarce than other ammo types. The weapon selection along with the enemy variety make this game a joy to blast through. I'm not kidding when I say I didn't mind replaying levels, earning all sorts of the trophies along the way, and in all honesty, most of them are progression based that are difficult to miss. Finishing 10 levels, finishing the campaign, getting enemies to kill each other, breaking shields, killing cloaked enemies, picking up 50 ore in total is an easy gold. That's actually way more generous than it sounds because the ores are everywhere. It's not something you really have to worry about. What I will go over in more detail are the 6 rarest trophies. So eventually I finished the game with 100%, and as I mentioned earlier, this is for completing every level whilst having killed every enemy, finding every secret, and without dying. Tackle these one by one or multiple as you go if you can. These 100% will just whittle down as you go and eventually you only have 1 or 2 to do. I would recommend guides at some point, especially for some of the more tricksy secrets. I also earned a pacifist trophy for beating the level without killing anything. Best saved until last when you have the dash boost and double jump power-ups. This allows you to skip some harder segments of level 1. It took a couple of attempts but wasn't so bad. I happened to finish a level on the hardest difficulty without dying on the same run. The likely hardest trophy in the game is Hard Target. Finish a level without taking damage. There's an awesome arena level somewhere through the middle of the campaign. It's short, there's no navigation, it's just a few waves of enemies to deal with. This is the best candidate for this trophy, I think. It was really fun going nuts here, applying everything I've learned about the enemy types to dodge their attacks, whilst maintaining my ammo and shooting as precisely as I could. I got this done in a couple of tries, and it was super satisfying to earn. The actual last trophy I needed was a bit of a grind, requiring 10,000 kills across all game modes. Now completing the single player in 1 or 2 playthroughs will probably see you get half of those kills, 5,000 or so. So this is where I turn to the community levels. This whole game was built around the idea of community creation. Think of a murderous Little Big Planet. It has an inbuilt level editor and you can do all sorts with it. You'll find original creations as well as remakes of many classic maps from some very good games. I found the first level of Doom, first level of Duke Nukem Hollywood, and the Strogg base from Quake 2. I played for many hours playing all sorts of these cool player created maps. There are some, however, levels created towards us trophy hunters. Just search kill levels or achievements and you'll find some basic creations that keep spawning enemies for us to obliterate. 10,000 kills came quickly once I was done with checking out all the community levels I wanted to play, and with it, a pretty awesome platinum trophy. I played this game for around 20 hours, it is short and sweet, but even that, I think the time was doubled because I didn't use a guide on my first playthrough, and my kill farming wasn't optimal. I could have gone to the kill levels straight away and gotten a trophy within 10 minutes maybe. So I think if you used those options, you'd get the platinum in around 10 hours. This has been a wonderful game to play, one where I was never bored. It'll be a game I keep installed as I can't get enough of its atmosphere, weapons or visuals. Somehow I haven't even mentioned the soundtrack, but they're all certified bangers. It's Doom Eternal for sure, but unique enough to stand out. Now I just look forward to the announced expansion, which is looking far more Doom Eternal than ever before. That about wraps up this retro FPS episode of demon slaying and shotgun blasting. Please consider leaving a like and a comment, and maybe even subscribing if you enjoyed the video. But most importantly, stay well and take it easy. I'll be sure to catch you guys on the next one. See ya.